Hi, I'm Cindy and I'm with Hatbandoo Cooling Headwear and Accessories. We've been in business for over 25 years, creating cooling headwear for you. So today, I'm going to tell you about our sun activity Hatbandoo. This is a very sophisticated hat. Has a lot of qualities, not only cooling, but we have a lot of sun protection here. We have a UPF 50 plus top and a UPF 50 plus veil, which actually tucks right underneath the hat if you don't want to use it. Kind of acts like, just doesn't look like it has a veil. Another thing we have is the cooling technology, which is incorporated right into the chamber, the sweatbandoo chamber of the hat. By putting the hat in water, this cooling chamber activates and keeps you cool. There's crystal gel in here. So we're going to show you that in a moment in our demonstration. We added a draw cord so it stays on your head, and we offered a couple colors here. It sold quite well to fishermen, outdoor enthusiasts, people that are hiking, that want a little bit more of a technical hat that has a lot of features. And now I'm going to show you a little bit about how to hydrate the hat and how to care for it. And here we're going to show you how to hydrate the sun activity Hatbandoo. We want to submerge the hat completely in clean tap water, whether it be your sink, whether it be a bowl, whether it be a bucket, pail, container. And we want to completely have the hat come into the water and allow the crystals to transform into a gel that are encased in this chamber right here. While it's hydrating, we want to move these crystals, if you will, throughout the chamber so they're evenly dispersed. Many times in our production process they settle in one spot, and it's important that they have the ability to hydrate evenly throughout the chamber. So you will want to massage them and you'll feel them so that they're evenly distributed, and that may take an action like this just to make sure that they're kind of filling this chamber. And then what they'll do is they'll swell up in that area where they set. They grow very quickly. It takes about 5 minutes depending on the water temperature, particular water temperature you're working with. Different mineral contents have an effect. Some water is 5 minutes, some water is more than 5 minutes, some water is a little less. So watch it, because you'll feel them. They'll get spongy really quickly, and this is what we're trying to achieve, but it's going to swell and you want to make sure that they're evenly distributed. The idea is that you want it to, this was a hat that we showed you earlier in our product demonstration. This is what we're trying to achieve here by keeping it in water for a few minutes. And you see that it's evenly distributed and it's soft. It's not very firm. Overhydration can cause, and leaving it in water too long can cause the chambers to get very firm with gel. Sometimes the crystals can even ooze through. We don't want that to happen. If it does, you just wipe the crystals off, discard them, and let it evaporate back down, as long as no seams are broken, which rarely happens, but we definitely want you to monitor it, and that'll avoid that. These instructions are all covered in our product instructions as well, which will be included in your hat, with your hat. So that's the idea, and I just want to show you something that's, well, better yet, I'm going to show you how to dry this for a moment, and then I'm going to show you the temperature difference between my skin and this hat that we showed you earlier today. So here is the hat. Obviously it hasn't hydrated completely, but this will give you an idea of what we want to do. We want to dry the hat off after it's completely hydrated, which like I said, is a little not quite ready yet, but I do want to move this along and show you what you do. You're going to dry off the extra moisture. Now this hat's made out of a polyester and nylon, so it doesn't take very long for it to dry, air dry. So whatever moisture is left on the cap or hat will dry quickly outside or wherever, in the environment. So that is how we dry the hat. And this is the end result. What we want to do is we want to have this look like this. This hat is completely dry. This hat is about 24 to 30 hours. I think it was even 30 hours ago we hydrated this hat. But it's completely dry, and it'll dry much quicker than that. It dries in just a few minutes, usually outside, depending on your environment. But I'm going to show you now something that's very telltale about the difference between my temperature on my skin versus the temperature of this chamber. This is a surface thermometer, and what we have here is the temperature of my skin at 84 degrees, raising to 85 occasionally. And here we have the temperature of the actually cooling chamber, which is 70. So if I had this on right now, I would experience somewhere in the neighborhood of about a 13 degree, 14 degree difference in temperature of what I feel and my skin feels and having this hat on. To wash the products, we suggest you use a liquid hand soap, brand of choice, whatever you prefer. The reason being is it's not highly concentrated, and this is going to be a hand washing process, so perhaps just squirt a little bit onto a washcloth. Use a little bit of moisture, water, and while the product is obviously sometimes hydrated, you might have soils on it. So we want to use the liquid hand soap with the washcloth as a scrubber to get the stains out. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that we really rinse it thoroughly and get all the soap out. You could do this when the product is dry. This is obviously preferred, but in this case the product is a little hydrated. That will get some soils out. Just make sure you get all the water out. When you're, here's another example when we're using it for the sport Hatbandoo, which would be applicable to any of our hats. We want to use this as well to kind of use these washcloths as a scrubber. Is a great way to get stains out. And again, just rinse it really well because you obviously want to get all that soap out of there so it's not against your skin. And again, it's best to do this when the product is evaporated, but you can also, get it, just make sure you rinse it really well if it's not evaporated, and get your stains out. The last thing I want to share with you is how to store your Hatbandoo product. Once the product is hydrated, it's very important that you allow it to evaporate. We never want to store our headwear, our neck bandoos, any of the products, Hatbandoos and bandoo rags, in an enclosed area. We want to let them continue to breathe until they reduce back down to a crystal shape, completely dried out. There's no gel left. This is going to prevent the product from mildewing. If it's left in an enclosed area, there's nowhere for it to go. It's going to tend to mildew, and we don't want that to happen. So we want it to be in an open air environment. And the other thing is, we don't want to leave it in a bowl of water because that will also overhydrate the product. Once it's hydrated, there's no need to keep hydrating it until it starts to reduce back down to a crystal again. You can do that intermittently, but never beyond a hydrated state. And we want to make sure you monitor it at all times. You don't want to just leave it in there, or else you're going to have an overhydration condition, which again will cause the crystals to ooze through the product, and you have to wipe them off and then wait for it to evaporate back down. Not the intended use of the product. We want to make sure we hydrate it to a flexible shape and let it dry out. Do not keep it in an enclosed area. If you're ever traveling with it, it's suggested that you don't keep it in a packed suitcase for a long period of time. If it's still moist, maybe do it as a carry-on and let some air get to it. So this is kind of going to keep it in good shape. You take care of the product. I really recommend that you read our product instructions front to back, follow them. You'll read on our testimonials that people have had our products for many, many years, and that is definitely a telltale of them following our product instructions. Hi, and thank you again for spending time today to take a peek at our products. We have been in business for over 25 years, and we're really quite proud to have people tell us and have experiences with the benefits of what we've made. I invite you to go to our testimonials and see what and hear what customers have had to say about their experiences of buying and wearing our products. Again, the things that make our product so special, our headwear so special, is our 5-minute hydration, which is very quick and does not wear out over time. This is why you'll see some of our customers have had our products for over 15, 20 years. We use 100% cotton fabrics. We use performance fabrics. We make a lot of our items in the United States, and we strive to do that more and more. We turn and finish our seams. There's a high attention to detail in what we make. Our items are hand washable, and we have a large variety of fabrics and offerings and colors, and we just strive to keep people cool and keep them happy. So we'd love to hear back from you on how you've enjoyed our products and what we might be able to do to make them better. Look forward to your purchasing from us, and again, thank you for taking time to review our products today.